Welcome back to the channel. So I've been having some technical difficulties recently. I'd lost my high capacity SD card which had the final episodes of the 2009 TXT rebuild. All is not lost, I can reshoot that, and more to follow on that, by the way. I am behind on editing. But I also lost the beginning of a build that myself and my friend Drew are working on, which is rebuilding a 2007, or modifying a 2007 Club Car Precedent. It was basically stock, and we've got a Mad Jack's Alpha body kit. So new batteries, just a general clean up. It was pretty muddy. It'd been used on someone's plot for like gardening and such. So there was pretty much mud caked all over it, and so we spent probably about 4 or 5 hours, would you say, power washing and cleaning and scrubbing it, and it's come out really nice. I'll be honest, when I lost the entry footage to that, I didn't continue filming as we worked on it yesterday, and at this stage we have the front lift kit installed, the front cowls installed now, and the wheels, and it's good to go. On the bench in front of me I have the rear axle. Just inspected the brakes, everything looks good. So we're going to install the rear axle, heavy duty 4-leaf springs, new bushings and all of that. Now, a subscriber, Matthew, texted me last night and said that he'd followed my video on how to lift a Precedent and everything had gone well. But now his brake's hitting the floor. So let's get this axle installed, the springs and such. We'll hook up the brake cables, which are actually out on the truck for delivery right now. I'm going to swap them over. We need the increased length because we've got the 4-pack leaf spring, the stock. Cables don't fit too well, so we've got the extended ones on the way. So we'll get those installed and then we'll adjust the brakes. Maybe this time we can actually go through the alignment procedure as well, which I missed on the last one, again because of GoPro. Let's dive in. Okay, so we're going to install the new leaf spring. The 13-inch section, the longest section, goes to the back of the cart. We've installed new bushings and new, what the heck you would call them, are they collars? I don't know, I guess I've never tried to put a name on those before. Oh yes, a 10mm on the outside and a 13 on the inside. Don't go too crazy on. I don't go too crazy on these until the weight of the cart's on there, because otherwise it's just going to stress the bushings. Similar to if you're going to do that with a vehicle or a car. So those are on. We're also waiting for the new bushings and hardware for the shock absorbers to come in the mail, so we'll deal with that later. As another subscriber pointed out, you don't really need the shock absorbers with these super heavy springs. I do usually just get the 3-pack ones, the double spring with the helper spring, so that when you it's got the flat one on the bottom, so that when you put extra weight on, then the 3rd spring helps. That's better because it doesn't really encroach on the brake cables, and also it's not quite as bouncy going down the road. I'll be honest, the supply didn't have those. They had these and they gave them for the same price. So the beauty of these ones is that you can load it up with 4 big guys or gals, in other words adults, and it's not gonna overstretch the springs. Okay, so we're on that side. There you go, mate, if you want to zip up that back one, and then we'll offer up the axle. Okay, so we've installed the locator bolt. Comes in the hardware kit, and that just fits in that hole underneath. Oh, sorry, one way around. And then hopefully we'll install this. Oh yes, perfection. Install the 2 bolts. Oh, and washers make sure this bottom plate's located. Oh, yeah. Make sure that it's actually set on both sides. If you do this from one side, you can actually get this on the other side of that. Put it all together and then you realise you've got to take it all apart. So it's located in between the two ears of the bracket. The bracket that's actually on the axle. And the key here is to make sure they're both sticking out the same amount. Oh yes, you got it. Yep. Get those nice and tight now. Beautiful. Alright, so at this point we're really at the mercy of the delivery, because we need the brake cables and we need the bushings for the shocks. Other than that, and the motor going on, we are ready to throw the wheels on. Alright. That's good, dude. Yep, and then we'll get under later once it's everything's settled, and we'll give it a good tighten.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright. Okay, so the rear axle is now installed. As luck would have it, the delivery's just arrived, so we've now got the new bushings for the shock absorbers. Unfortunately, I'd ordered a kit with two right-hand cables. I was going to put the right-hand one on the left because now we've got this extra length. I'll just show you what the problem is. So this has the bracket which goes on the back side of this, and as you can see, it's not going to reach. You can stretch it, but you're going to end up with the brakes pulsing. And as you can see here, just bring you around the back, it doesn't quite reach. So as I say, the fix for that is just to put a 3-leaf spring in as opposed to 4. Wasn't an option for me at the time, or we can just put a right hand cable on. The other way to do it is you can order, I've only ever seen them on eBay, you can order one of these which I believe is about 2 inches longer, 50-60 bucks. Nah, I'd rather get a new set of OEM cables and then just keep the left-hand one for a rainy day. Alright, so removing this is a bit of a trick. The rear end's pretty straightforward, but if I show you here, excuse me, we've got the controller and everything out of here to do a deep clean. All the wiring and everything was caked in mud. Under here at the back, there's a special tool you can use to compress these kind of fins or prongs. I don't have it, so the best way I found to do it is to cut them off. 1/2 inch or 13mm, or a combination of both in this case. We can hold on to this, and then Matthew, this is where you're going to be adjusting your brakes. So we're just going to back up this locking. No. Okay, and just back this out. Well, this is where the pedal adjustment is that you need. Although I will admit, I'm not sure why it's hitting the floor, but hey. All right. It's no real good way for you to be able to see this. I think we're going to get the light's going to get washed out now. Alright, so on this bracket at the back here, lift it up and then out. And then the two cables coming from the back, it's part of an old cable, so these have been changed at some point. And then what we're going to do, I've got a fairly worn Dremel here, just a cutting disc, and this is, I'm using this for a reason because it's pretty small. And what we need to do, just let me get a new one and I'll show you what I'm about to do. Where this pushes in from the back, these kind of prongs put it into, lock it into place. I'm going to go in and cut these off, and then we'll be able to redraw the cable towards the rear of the car and then install the new one through the hole. And I'll try and get a better view of you after I've done it. View for you after I've done it. Maybe enough. Or not. Now, I can't say this for sure. I've only ever done this on a newer Club Car Precedent. This is a 2007. It seems further back. I don't know. Get a poking device. If in doubt, beat it into submission. Cool. Push the whole thing through. So you see what I did there? I cut those kind of tangs off, and then, well, yeah. Okay, and then so the new one just goes in kind of the reverse. So where the hole is behind, I'm going to push that through, and then we'll see it come out here. Cool. There it is. Okay. So now we'll remove the safety clip and the pin. I always think it's a huge idea to swap these out. That clips into there, onto there. Shot the pin in from the top. Hope this goes okay. I'm doing it blind. And then safety wire or pin. There we go. And then Come on. Swap that around. Oh, you're taking it off?
Yeah.
Good man.
There you go.
Okay, so that's all installed. Sorry. That's all installed. Oh, and the battery's about to go up. Yet again, God. Oh, I'm going to say something I didn't want to. That. Right, let me change the battery and we'll jack it up and get the wheels on. This is horrific.
There we go. Big money.
Whoa, come on. Oh, I was way off. Way off. Alright, the lug nuts. Try now these cool kind of, I don't want to call them security ones, maybe they are. Well, these modern wheels, oh, that's pretty cool. And the beauty is it's slim, so it fits. And it fits into the gap here. These modern wheels seem to have a real small hole. Oh, I got the one on your side, Bubba.
Final test. Here we go.
Whoa!
Come on, man. Give me a break.
You gotta go no break.
Jesus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Couldn't resist.
All right, man. Looking good.
All right.
Looking good.
Nicely does it. Right, let's change the shock bushings real quick. Okay. Oh, that was a pretty crusty and flat. Oh yeah. we go. A little windy again.
Oh yeah.
So much easier to do this with the body off. I got that the wrong way around. Certainly did. Oh, you silly bugger. One on as a lock not's not going to do it any harm. And then the last one. Down below. Drew, could you just pass me one of those handy wipes so I can just clean up this shock?
Handy wipes?
Yeah, you know, the little tub of towels.
Oh.
Thank you, Bruce. One second. Go. Your mum going out. Still not changed that muffler, has she?
What's up?
Your mum's still not changed the muffler on the car.
No.
I remember talking to her about that when she first moved in.
Yeah, it sounds pretty bad, doesn't it?
Alright, so again, I've got Drew manning the camera, so I'm going to try and get some better angles. So the two cables stick out here, so we need to locate them, and I hope the backlight's not a problem for you. Kind of locate them into this bracket using the force. Unfortunately, I'm not the most patient person in the world. Try to do it blind so you can see. There we go. So those locate onto there, and that's basically a balance bar so that it can shift. If the brakes aren't quite adjusted right, which is often the case, or the same, it can adjust, it can pivot to adjust the amount of pressure so it's equal on both back wheels. So Matthew, this is where you're going to adjust it. So if your foot's hitting the floor right now, and that is nearly at the floor, you see there, and you feel that adjustment, then you hear that click. That's, you know, when the brakes went back together, Drew, just then, and they were kind of going, they've just, that was them just evening up. All right, so Matthew, I think that's what you're talking about. So what you want to do is remove this foreplate. If you just look here, Drew, you're going to remove these two, and then this just pulls up, this retainer. Then you can remove the mat. There's one little Christmas tree in here. There's a hole in the panel. If you pull that up, then you can get to this. And now we're going to tighten this up. And we'll just have a feel. So now that's getting tight. So at that, oh, sorry. Give it a good go in. There we go. And then we'll just tighten it up a little bit more. Okay. Oh yeah, and that's feeling really good now. So the main thing is, click. Oh, and that's a bit. That wants some lube on it down there. It's a bit crusty. I'm going to go a little bit more. There we go. The brake sits on there nice. So what we'll do, we'll drive it a little bit, and then we can always come back and adjust this. And then we're going to tighten up this lock nut. Again, 13mm or 1/2 inch or both, and just tighten that up so it doesn't go during flight. There we go. Hope that helps, Matthew. So I've already given this a bit of a clean up with a wire brush. We're just going to put some fluid film on there, the old spline. Just a bit in there as well. Love that stuff. Nice and easy. It's a bit of a strange video. My original intention was, as I lost the original, or the beginning footage, was not to film this one, but as Matthew texted last night and I was kind of at this stage, I thought I'd run over some of the things I didn't cover in the other lift video, like adjusting the brakes and the brake cable issue. Although I didn't have the brake cable issue with the last one because the springs were only a 3-pack. Now, there is a mount down here. It's an odd mount, and I'm going to be honest with you, I've misplaced it. It's around somewhere and really need to have a little tidy up here. But I will be sure to install that later. Cool. Well, just a quick video, but I hope that helps somebody out. Yeah, shame I didn't really do another build series on this Precedent, but it's a quick one. It's turning out okay. I'm in two minds whether to remove this rear underbody again and paint it. You can see it's this is a new trim piece. I just put it on to see what it looks like, but you see here it's seen better days. It is a 2007. I don't know. We'll see. It's nice inside of here now. Inside all there, we've cleaned all the wires up, and there was all cheese inside of there. Ground it off and neutralised it with baking soda, and yeah, it's looking good. I'll paint the underside of the seat before I staple on the seat covers. new batteries. I think it's going to turn out nice. Still need to do the alignment. Took it for a quick ride just now, and it's quick. It's a nice little car. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.